What's going on? Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to the Dollar Hour. I am Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Tonight we have an awesome show. Tonight we're going to be talking about the 10 biggest threats to your business in 2023. I know you got a lot of potential and current entrepreneurs out there, and you're just worried about, having, a successful 2023 this year, but you want to know what all can happen to it. And what we're going to be talking about tonight is all the 10 potential threats to your business in 2023. Okay. Again, I'm Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Tonight we're streaming live on Mr. Short Dollar. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Twitter. The main hub is the Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel, where we have over 600 videos covering personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. Whatever platform you're looking on, I appreciate you looking at, but the main hub is the YouTube channel. Is that like the volume up?
Yeah, it's up.
Okay, fade. Okay, cool.
I'm trying to cut down on echo.
Gotcha. Well, before we get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producers, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother? The volume is up. Trust me.
No, it's all
you
right.
Good up here.
Yeah,
You can hear yourself in yourself.
I be telling Lab I be in them noise, maybe one of my PTSD.
You good.
I don't need to be saying, hey, Sarge.
Right.
Also, what's up, Sleek 316? What's going on, Reese?
You gotta come on in.
Hey, look, Reese on this, she on mine.
Oh, okay.
She on mine.
You know what?
So.
I just started, man. You gotta come on mine.
Cool. Listen, we also got a call-in show going on. So tonight, listen, if you want to call in and add to the show, the number is 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. Call in so we have, good discussion with you. First, I'm about to forget.
Say hey to your mama first.
Oh, what's up, Mama? How you doing, Mama? Thanks for tuning in.
Now, get to the other part.
Yeah, I do want to say Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, I hope everybody had a great New Year. Go Dogs. We're going to start all right. UGA playing the national championship.
Mm-hmm.
We launched the Mr. Short Dollar tax course last week, so we've been promoting that. Good luck with tax season, but before we get started, I do want to let everybody know on this Sunday, January 8th, a star was born. It's gonna be Pooch Day, USA. My birthday is coming up this Sunday. Don't worry, I will post my cash out.
That's right.
So you don't have to feel left out. But yeah, this upcoming Sunday, January 8th, be my birthday. So I'm gonna party this weekend. Just enjoy life. A whole nother trip around the sun.
Teresa Watson said, "Happy New Year."
Hey, Happy New Year. But again, guys, what I want to talk about tonight is the 10 biggest threats to your business in 2023. Because again, right now, this time of year, that's when everybody's starting their business. So starting different new things in their life or actually revisiting things that they probably, gave up on. And when we start talking about business and entrepreneurship, a lot of times people are very, very cognizant of all the things that can make them successful, the things that can go right with their business, but they, oblivious to some of the things that can go, that can negatively impact their business. So what I want to be able to know, and this is regardless of what industry or whatever sector that your business operates in, we're going to talk about, again, the 10 biggest threats to your business in 2023. Okay. Well, before we start, how was your New Year, brother?
It was okay.
Okay.
It was okay. I mean, I can't complain.
That's what's happening.
I made it to another one, right?
You catch the game, yeah.
I don't watch. I don't watch sports.
That was a hell of a game. If you like the sport of football, both semifinal games, the Michigan and TCU and the UGA and Ohio State, boy, you got your money's worth.
Good games.
Yeah, both of them. Both of them.
I don't do sports like that, though.
Man, shit, man. You didn't have to be a fan of football. You just would have enjoyed yourself with that, man. So it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool, man. And, UGA pulled it out, so we're gonna try to go back-to-back national champions. See how that is.
See how that tastes.
Yes, sir. This stick done dried out, man. Damn stick done dried out.
I told you to get you a
Word.
portable humidor.
Hell, I got a big nice cherry pie, cherry pie damn humidor at the house, 2 big ones. But I ain't been checking
for your car.
Oh, for my car.
Because you usually keep your stuff in your bag because you're always so busy making money.
Yeah, I wish. I wish. But now this definitely a little dry. We're gonna make it through. We're gonna make it do what it do. But again, tonight we're discussing the 10 biggest threats to your business in 2023. And as we go through the list, it's not in no particular order and everything because again, this list actually again is not hitting on a particular sector or industry, but what it is that some may be applicable to you, some may not. But what we're gonna do is take notice of them, but also kind of find ways we can mitigate the impact that they have on your particular business. Okay. Remember, guys, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, that is 678, right?
Yeah.
678-740-9894.
That's right.
I remember the number's good, man. Take back my old club days.
Yeah, gotcha. That's it.
Old man, now I got to put it right there in your phone. Let's see you lying.
Let me call you. I'm gonna call you. You have my number.
But now the first one, guys, we talk about 10 biggest threats to your business 2023 is probably the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is a recession. Mm-hmm. We know right now, this it probably is the biggest one. We talk about threats to your business. This can do anything that no one when people can't. It puts everybody in a situation where nobody's actually doing anything, nobody's making any money. Everything is slow. We don't necessarily know the impact. They actually, long term wise, how long we're gonna be in it or not. Mm-hmm. We deal and the biggest problem is when we're dealing with a recession, and also we're dealing with a recession and also that hyperinflation. Mm-hmm. So you got skyrocketing prices, but you also got slow activity going in.
Okay.
And like Lab brought in today was Ron Powell said they're going to aggressively raise rates up
this year. Aggressively raising this year.
Aggressively. So you start talking about you in one industry, you can be in the real estate industry, you can be in the automotive industry, or mortgage industry, and you're talking about like, look, man, who the hell gonna be able to do anything if rates keep going up? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the thing about it. Like, you don't know how high they can get. They might get up there 10%. Who knows?
Right.
Like we just saying there may be some 80 stuff. And you start looking about, as far as the business, not like how can you even make any kind of profit? Because we didn't say costs go down. We just said, the price, we didn't say costs were going to go down. But you're looking at, you got these prices. They may not be able to, adjust in relation to them. How you gonna make any kind of profit?
Right.
Everything's, going, you I don't think it's that uncommon to actually see on the news, Amazon laid off 10,000. Not Georgia Power, but just GE did this. You see the 4,500.
Amazon say 18,000. 18,000 this year.
What's crazy is that this a year and a half, 2 years ago, it's like they were just hiring people. Mm-hmm. Expanding and doing this, and now this is going on. But you know how it is. A lot of times they have those people, going off their forecast and what's coming down the pike and everything. So you sit there and think, it ain't lit, man.
Oh, that's okay. I didn't even notice what happened.
It ain't lit, boy.
That portable humidor gonna solve that problem.
Santa Claus didn't bring me one.
Teresa Watson says she is in the optical business.
The optical business.
The optical industry.
The optical industry. For that sunglasses?
Glasses, prescription eye lenses and stuff like that, contact lenses. That's still supplies. You still got to pay for the supplies, right? To sell them.
Yeah. Once we go through this list, I'm pretty sure, directly or indirectly, almost everybody's going to be impacted.
Okay.
When we start looking at these threats. Remember, what we're talking about, guys, is not to be, it's not to scare the hell out of you. Is to make you aware of particular things in business, because I always tell people when you start looking at things, people can look at it being negative. It's not an issue of just avoiding them; it's about being aware of them and then finding plans. So if it does happen, you can actually be able to combat it because you can just caught off guard, right? So many times people want to be optimistic, like, no, we're gonna pray on it, we're gonna just hope for the best and all that kind of stuff, but we don't do that.
Right.
We don't do that. And to be honest, that's why you see the Amazons and all the other places laying people off.
Mm-hmm.
They probably haven't encountered, a downturn in sales or anything like that yet. But what it is that they got their economic people doing the forecasting. Like, listen, this is probably coming down the pike.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start trimming the fat before it comes, gets that way.
Right.
Because
right.
when we talk about everything from a economic standpoint, things, it's ripple effect. Things happen in cycles. So whatever's going on January 2023, you may not see the impact until June or July 2023. So that's just how those things go. It's not, anything that goes immediately. So even with the rate adjustments that they have right now, be a couple of months, before that, till you start seeing actual impact, because they got to take time to actually gather data,
right,
and see, okay, how it is impacting the economy. So I think that recession, just being these economic downturns, not necessarily knowing you starting this business up, you putting everything together, you got that new business energy, new business optimism, and you just like, ain't nobody calling,
right?
Ain't nobody ringing. I tell you right now, tax season come, ain't nobody calling me. I might need some therapy.
Right. You might need to see what's going on.
I be messed up, man.
Right.
I be messed up. Over the years, it been pretty consistent. Consistent. I ain't nowhere near like those early 2000s and the rapid refund days and all that kind of stuff. But I had energy, to do stuff. But I think everything's kind of still gonna be about the same as it always been. But there are a lot of other things that just aren't really doing it. Hell, the YouTube not making money like that because everybody outside now.
Outside, right?
So you just got to be prepared, and that's what we're looking at summertime with retail industries and stuff like that. We just don't know how it's going to be. But we're talking about potential threats to your business in 2023. The first one being a recession. The second one is what we talk about a lot, kind of, in relation to the recession. That's interest rates. The cost of doing business is going to continue to increase. Everyone, once we start seeing an increase in interest rate, going to be reluctant to do business and purchase and do certain things because of the raise of costs. So now you're talking about, we just said something, just industries like housing, real estate, automotive, man, I'm going blank. We just apparel. It was just something I was just thinking about. Just that they actually did a lot with financing. We just mentioned it, but anytime, even just just basic business operations, we understand the cost to do that because those rates are going up. It's going to change a lot, and you never know when you're actually going to need maybe a little quick infusion of cash or just say use your credit cards. That's the same thing. We're talking about that 30% credit card you got now may go to 50%.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's going to go up.
Unless you got a fixed rate. Does it change if the rate is fixed?
No, it's fixed. It's fixed.
Oh, okay.
That's just but and that's just now. But we talking about you got to acquire, do new things. That's the thing that can impact it. But that's theoretically, because the rate's going up, that's what make people reluctant to do a new car, a home purchase, do a new car purchase because the cost be so high. But what you have already is what you have already. But at the end of the day, you're on the other side trying to sell that house, sell that car. Now you sitting there, we got problems. We got problems.
Miss Somebody said she has that memory fog too. That memory fog. You was trying to remember what you were gonna say. She said she has that memory fog too since COVID. It was a big memory fog over all of us.
Shit, that's that damn birthday coming up too.
Right.
But that and you start thinking about even with rates. I don't think that's why I try to have that video. If you guys get a chance, go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube when I broke down just inflation and explaining, what rates and the impact of interest rate have with the inflation. I put it was me and Lab was just talking about it. I did a real good PowerPoint presentation in regards to exactly what everything was, and Lab said nobody want to look at all that shit.
Told you they want it quick.
Check out that video, but actually I think I did a real in-depth explanation in regards to breaking down the inflation, breaking down the interest rates, and I did a whole grid on probably the past 30 years in regards to different rates to show how the ups and downs and spikes and stuff. Rates. Yeah. So check that out, get a chance. As far as I think it's Inflation Explained 101, something like that. But it's on
Okay.
Mr. Short Dollar. Just go on to the YouTube channel and put in inflation. But interest rate, man, that was the second one. We really don't know because again, that cost of doing business, you don't know. And with them coming out today saying they're going to aggressively do that. I mean, shit, you talking about a lot of industry is going to be impacted about that.
I mean, people thought the half a point that they were going up here and there was aggressive. So what we
Shit, it
talking
was.
about a point and a half now?
Well, I think what maybe a point, but they may do it several more times. They do, because that was 7 times in 2022
Right.
that they raised the rates up. So man, it could be more the same from a frequency standpoint, maybe a higher amount. Damn telling.
Whatever they got to do to get the price of eggs back to 99 cents. I'm good with that.
Time.
I went to the store last night. Eggs was $15.12.
Shit, you come out better just buying your damn shit.
I said to myself, these must be them eggs that Willy Wonka had that got the golden ticket in. Because for $15.12. Yeah. These must better fry and scramble and flip themselves.
Yeah, I think it's probably more cost effective. You probably get your own damn chicken and let them cluck out there in your yard.
But just real quick, when we go to Chain Line, we talk about kids. I was talking to Rick's granddaughter one day, and she was like, talking about the advertisement for Chick-fil-A. She's like, why they got them cows up there? I said, because they want you to eat more chicken. Well, why if they eat more chicken? I said, because they want you to eat more chicken. Well, if you eat more chicken, then all the chicken's gone. Then you won't have no eggs. Then eggs going to be expensive. Then the chickens ain't going to be gone. So why you just can't eat more cows? I said, now that the eggs are $15.
For real.
For real. I said, maybe they need to eat more cows.
For real. Ooh, boy.
Right.
It's going to be something, man. But we'll see. But again, we're talking about the biggest stress of business in 2023. Those first two are very, very impactful. That being the recession and also interest rates. But this next one going to hit home. Because a lot of times, I'm pretty sure everyone has probably had some kind of way, directly or indirectly, this affected, and that's pretty much just being a labor shortage. Here's the deal: we start thinking about labor shortage, labor and a skill shortage, both. Just having that around, retaining talent and acquiring the right people is, it's been challenging for so many businesses. When you want to go just get you, something at fast food, go to a restaurant, get your oil changed. You want to go just to a retail store and buy something, lines are long because hardly anybody working. And where the hell everybody at? I have no damn idea.
Right.
And then when you do got people in there, I mean, they got your cousins in that damn working.
We had that fun last night.
They got your cousins in there working
and not working,
and they don't want to damn work.
Try their best not to work.
Man, how many y'all done went to a restaurant? Everybody now got their heads on the desk and they table, they sleep. And they just like, whatever. What you gonna do? Fire me?
Right.
Damn. It's rough, man.
It's rough.
And I think that's one of the biggest things, man. Just having, and this is one of the things I don't even know how the hell you even fix this, because in my mind, I'm trying to figure out where the hell everybody going, where the hell everybody went, and then you start talking because I would get a layoff. How the hell you got people getting laid off and you still got a little labor shortage?
Right.
That's the kind of thing. Like, what the hell they going in the cave?
Make it make sense, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just, I guess, I don't know what it is. It's just like, I think with the onset, sometimes with the gig economy, and that being Uber, DoorDash, Grubhub, people are able to do so much for themselves without asking for any kind of assistance or not even I'm talking about assistance, more employment rather. Because you go through a dry spot, you just go out there and crank your car up,
go Uber,
and do that Uber.
Right.
You can do that. Hey, you got extra room in your house.
Right.
Hey man, I just let somebody just crash in here for a couple of days.
Right.
So I think sometimes with accessibility, that may be it, but I really don't know.
Right.
I really don't know. But one big thing that you got to look at when you've been in business on again, we're talking about the biggest stretch of your business 2023, is that your employees are the face of your organization. And I think far too often people don't necessarily be aware of that, because especially when you go, me being a business owner, I when I go to places, I have a different lens because I'm always looking because I have people work for me, and I'm just looking at kind of things that I might have missed and looking at what other people. A person that does business with your that actual does exchanges business with your company,
Mm-hmm.
their interaction with that person can impact you in so many ways.
Right.
If it's a positive, they might send somebody to you.
Mm-hmm.
Might, if they need it. But if it's negative, they will go out of their way
Mm-hmm.
to post, list any kind of comments, spread the word.
Right.
Might call Fox 5, all kind of things
right.
to do it because of the interaction, the negative interaction that they have with that one person, your damn organization,
Mm-hmm.
and you sitting there like, man, should I, you ain't thought too much of it, and it's funky because one part of you was the old adage, you get what you pay for.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, you can pay folks decent and very competitive wages.
Right.
They still be sorry shit or crazy as hell.
Right.
And boogie up your whole operation.
Right.
Everything you don't work for and built over the years has now been
destroyed
because this food.
Yeah.
This food. How many y'all done seen the video? Repost them all the time. Everybody, the folks throwing
food at the Waffle
Waffle House.
right.
Throwing at McDonald's.
And fight.
Cussing. You got the girl jumping over the table.
Yeah.
Fighting the customer. The customer going back there throwing. What the hell is going on?
It's a mad world, right?
What the? I mean, for real.
Right. It's a mad world. Yeah.
I mean, damn. And the other thing, I mean, again, we talked the other week about the onset of all these robots with coming in and stuff like that. But again, that's still, those are actually, they can be task wise, but they're still that human connection. Mm-hmm. Everybody still, you have to have, hey, how you doing or whatever, this, that, and that. And again, it can be very detrimental to you as a business owner if you ain't got the right person there.
I guess I'm gonna go back when you were talking about labor shortages. I think the labor shortages are in jobs that maybe be a little bit lower pay. I know you mentioned something about that, but a lot of times labor shortages be in jobs that may not have any benefits or maybe $8-9 an hour, and those kind of jobs is hard to keep because you may be making $8 an hour, but your mortgage, your rent is still $1,600. That ain't gone. You get what I'm saying? So the shortage may be in those areas. And I know at Amazon they said they weren't going to lay off hourly workers. They're laying off corporate office people. Mm-hmm. So if they got 18,000 corporate office people, you get what I'm saying? Like that they can lay off and still be functionable as a company. That's a lot of people anyway. But the guy at CEO said that they had aggressively hired in previous years. So some of those cuts are warranted. So
yeah, well, sometimes we talk about this before. There are times you can actually, if you got 10 people working, you can cut it to 6 or 7, maybe a little less. Pay somebody a little bit more money, but you've lost those whole people, and it kind of work out. Mm-hmm. It kind of work out. Some things you don't want to cut corners in. We start talking about the actual dollar amount. Or even actually the value of particular people, because again, it can affect your business. Mm-hmm. You go to that restaurant, you got this damn food dealing with everybody. You got this waitress. Oh, what y'all want? What y'all want? What's your name? What y'all want?
That's the worst experience
ever.
Ever.
It's on there. Yeah. Hey, right. So what y'all got here to eat? It's on the menu.
Y'all serve fries? It's right here.
Yeah. Shit. I say they damn cell phone in the middle. What the fuck? Right. But hey, man, that's the world we live in.
Like the one we had last night at the store, at the Walmart. We swipe our card. Those cards good. Mm-hmm. And it says error. Mm-hmm. They got all these new restaurants. So sometimes it says error. Yeah. Error card declined. Mm-hmm. Swipe again. So we did it again. It said error. Now we know it's money. The one person I know who do their bills right is that person upstairs. Write it down, organize, you know what I'm saying? So I know she know what's there. Yeah. Asked the girl, say, hey, can you come help us? Well, she said, what's wrong? I said, well, it said error decline. Well, if it's just decline, it's just decline. And she walked away.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. And I got kind of mad. I was like, What you trying to say? We ain't got no money.
And who the hell can you go complain to?
Right. Because everybody else over there arguing in the return, trying to figure out who gonna put the returns back.
And the damn manager gonna say the same thing.
Right.
Well, what you want us to do? You want us to swipe it? Skill labor.
Right.
Hey. But you know, I don't laugh. But again, I don't necessarily know if it's manual or lower paying jobs, man. You just got some. I mean, again, you can have somebody, you know, because it's people in the damn warehouse making almost like $20 an hour now.
That's true.
Pre overtime.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, like, shit, I don't know, because you know the thought process, you know, like I said, the whole adage, you get what you pay for. Hey, you still can pay folks whatever. They don't give them no damn incentive.
Right.
You know, you just got a sorry ass person making more money. That's all it is. That didn't change them.
Right.
Shit just gave them bigger damn wages. You know what I'm saying?
So that didn't change who they are as a person.
Shit, man.
Right.
I don't paying me now, bro. Hey, they give me about $15 an hour now, man. I ain't coming. Right. I ain't doing no more work. Shit. Come on, man.
Rick said they hiring kids.
They got kids grown. I mean, it's just it's funky.
Right.
But I will tell anybody, guys, and I'm gonna just say this: we start talking about threats to your business in 2023. Do not cut corners on your payroll. If you actually, because a young lady asked me on the live last night, what we talking about on the live? We talking about how to grow your business in 2023 last night, and a young lady asked what place you can look for getting employees. And, you know, you see how the regular, the Indies, I'm about to say career builder. You let your ass know I ain't been there working.
They still got career builder.
Okay,
it still exists.
Builder. Help me out some of the spots.
Career builder. Indeed. That's pretty much it. There's no more hot jobs or any of that stuff no more.
But typically, even with
LinkedIn
or your temp agents or whatever, like you still got a regular platform. But like my thing is, you better have your little additional piece on top of what they on their screening, because again, it can be catastrophic. You got the wrong damn person coming out and throw the culture of your business off
all the way.
They will boogie your shit up to the point of no return. You know, the right person can do a lot of wrong shit up in your business.
Right.
So you got to be very, very careful, because in your mind, a lot of times the business owner is plug and play. I can just get this person in and do that. But you know, there's some people they bad. I mean, when I say bad, I'm talking about good. They can actually come in there and do, you know,
and run the business,
5 or 6 tasks and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
You got some coming out, man. Shit.
And that big family member.
Boy.
Yeah. I don't know what he paid me to do all that. He ain't paid me that. He don't pay me to do that.
No, that's serious, man. You can sit there and try to be fair. You got to be very careful there. So that labor shortage is a big one. Another one is changing market trends. Guys, again, this is the Dollar Hour. Tonight show we're discussing the biggest threats to your business in 2023. Again, the biggest threats.
10.
The 10 biggest threats. The 10 biggest threats to your business in 2023. And we're pulling up on number 4. Guys, remember, you can call in. The number is 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. One thing to remember, guys, if you got a question and it's not pertaining to what we're talking about tonight, please hold them questions. I will open the floor up. I promise you, like I always do, and we'll discuss it. So anything about grants and loans and all that kind of stuff, I will answer those questions at the end of the show once we get through talking about the subject tonight. But again, that's 6. But if you want to have a question about what we're talking about, the threats to your business, feel free, please, to join the conversation. 678-740-9894. The fourth one, again, this is one of those things that you got to always be kind of thinking about, and that's changing market trends. One of the biggest things in business, you got to be responsive. You got to be able to react, because it's not if things happen, it's when things happen.
Right.
And you got to kind of make yourself prepared for that. You know, moving too late can be catastrophic to your business. How many times have you seen where people were reluctant to make adjustments and it came back and bit them in the tail?
A lot.
And we talked about that on my live last night. Where, you know, you just look at the advent of disruptors, and disruptors are businesses that came into an industry and redesign how the whole industry is.
Actually destroy some of them.
Exactly. You look at your Uber and Lyft in relation to taxi cabs.
Right.
You know, and everything. You know, you just see people sitting outside the
Right.
airport, lined up for taxis.
Right.
Shit, now you just pick up your phone, pick
They
somebody
call
up.
somebody.
Yeah.
They be there 15 minutes.
Come on now.
Right.
Come on now. You sitting there like, man, I ain't paying all that for no hotel room.
Right.
You go on Airbnb,
Get a whole house.
Hey, come on now.
For
A
the
whole
weekend.
damn house. A whole damn house.
Right.
Change the whole game of it, man.
Right.
Change the whole game of it, man. And it even just sitting there like, who the hell would want to pay some money for somebody to bring your McDonald's to your house? Shit. See, is there?
Right.
There? So those, when we start talking about those disruptors, those actual businesses that have come in and actually just change whole industries by, when we talk about a lot, thinking outside the box, doing things differently. You know how they move and how they, approach business in certain industries.
Mhm.
So you got to be prepared for different market trends. When we say market trends, that being new laws coming in, new regulations, new suppliers, new vendors, new banking, rules. You got to be prepared for that.
Mhm.
Those trends, you got to be ready. You see how much. Go back to, let's say, 5-6 years ago,
Mhm.
when probably maybe a little bit longer, but when the internet was really kind of scratching that cable,
Mhm.
and now you sitting there looking like, shit, who the hell got cable now?
Right.
Who the hell got cable now?
Well, we do, but
But
I get what you're saying.
besides Lab, who got cable? And I'm saying that to say that you're looking in the virtual world where you can get internet. Man, I got to put you on some stuff there. If you got internet at the bare minimum, I mean, now you talking you can get all these different kind of internet software channels and download this, that, and that. It's totally different.
Right. Right.
Imagine the impact this stuff has had. And now what's happening? The cable companies are offering them same products, but they got to offer them cheaper because the people that came and disrupted the industry came at a certain price, and for cable to get in, they got to come in lower, right? Ain't that something? But you actually underestimating competition, underestimating the impact things will have on your business will bite you in your tail every time.
Well, you think about email. I was watching an old video of somebody feed, and they were talking about email. When email first came, they had a video of Brian Gumble. He was talking about the @ symbol and what it meant. And so what people do, send mail, what that A mean. It was like, it means about. They didn't know what it really meant. So you think about how email disrupted the postal service to where, you used to send a letter for 10, 25 cents back in the day. Now you think about cell phones, how it just take the pay phones out.
You talking about with just the mailing and email. Hell, you send a damn text.
Right.
You can send the whole file through text.
Through text now, through PDF on your phone now. So you think about how that's wiping out certain or disrupting a lot of industry that actually didn't see it coming.
I think a lot of them seen it come, they just underestimate.
Oh, okay.
You got enough brain action that working. They're just like, nah, they ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you something, man. He might be looking at not one of my cousins. He's a radio executive at one of these challenge stations here in Atlanta, and I remember me and him having a conversation in regards because how the radios make most of their money on advertising. And I remember this over maybe 10, 15 years ago, and I'm sitting here telling this cat, look, man, I'm advertising on the internet on Google for a fraction of what the hell V103 and 107 is charging. Like, for real, man. Right. And he's like, nah, man, that ain't gonna take, you gonna better take from him. I'm like, listen, man, I'm telling you, dog.
Your heads up.
I'm telling you.
Right.
And you fast forward now, man, it's funny because one of the radio stations hit me up. I might need to look at it. I don't know. But they sent me a advertising package last year, beginning of tax season. Lab, it was just like a couple $100. And I remember back in 03, 04, $7,000. They were asking for ad sponsorship banners and all. Man, it was crazy. It was crazy, right, man. I mean, it's ridiculous how cheap it is to advertise on the radio now.
Right.
It's ridiculous, man. And I think it's still a viable point. But just imagine that, just totally underestimated. That's all it was, man. And
I think, they didn't see streaming coming either. I mean, a lot of the stuff, they don't see coming. You had your streaming services all that stuff. Radio didn't see that. TV didn't see that.
What the whole
Cable
damn,
didn't see that.
what the whole bootleg industry out.
Right.
What happened to the CD man? What is he doing now? What the hell is CD? What is the CD
It's
man?
nostalgia now to get a CD. It's retro.
Yeah,
you can charge more for them now. Where they was $10 back in the day, now they $45. Think about albums. Albums used to be $2 or $3 back in the day. Now you go to the store, they selling albums as vintage nostalgia type things, and they $50 for one album. Like a record, like seriously.
Yeah, bootleg man ain't got those. He ain't got that nostalgia. He ain't got that nostalgia.
But that's how you reinvent it. You're like, okay, albums been gone for a long time. People want albums again. Okay, well, you used to get it for $3-4. Now you're gonna have to pay the premium because this is premium service now. Who pressing the albums?
That's a good point. Good point.
Right.
But I know damn well bootleg man ain't got that.
I mean, if he was smart, he would.
Bootleg man. Be right there over there, Greenbrier Flea Market.
Right.
Brazilian taste with little black and white little label cut out.
With the name written on it. With marker, black mark. Yeah.
That moves every damn thing. I ain't selling no music, no movies, man. Nothing, man. That's real disruptive. I'm sitting here thinking about it. But yeah, man, just to that point, man, just that whole all the industry has been changed just by technological advances.
Mm-hmm.
And what we talk about all the time, technology does one main thing: take jobs. Right. And so when you underestimate and don't try to have it be forward thinking, have any kind of foresight on certain things, that's the kind of shit that can happen to you, right? That's the kind of stuff that can happen to you. So that was number 4, market trend. We're talking about things, and I'm going to go back over this, but guys, I want to say this too. If you're coming in like in the middle of the discussion or anything like that, remember, go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. The 10 biggest threats to your business in 2023. You can check out the video there. That is the main hub. So make sure you go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Over 600 videos on the YouTube channel. So if you're just coming in the middle of it and stuff like that, you can always go back there and check out the video, later. So just keep that in mind, guys. Like, damn, I missed the first couple ones. I'll go back over them, at the end of the show. But again, if you did come in late, you want to get the information, just go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to Mr. Short Dollar, and you'll be able to check out the whole video from there. Now we're at number 5. This is something near and dear to my heart because, I've been in this industry for a while and I went to school for it. That's that being supply chain. Talking about the threats to your business in 2023. Just imagine if you turn around, you're in business and you're ordering parts, you're ordering, different, supplies for your cakes, your cookies, the clothes to sell in your store. You trying to figure out when the hell that shit coming. You trying to figure out when the hell they coming. It's supposed to be here Tuesday. We done hit damn, Sunday, and ain't a damn thing coming. You ain't getting no, you just the updates you getting on FedEx and everything just adjusted with the BS you see. Just imagine. How could you run a viable business not knowing when things are going to come right now? How could you do that? You turn around because again, there aren't, hardly any businesses actual function just from a cash perspective. Online sales come up swiping it. We do a lot of people kind of flexible in regards to holding inventory. So they may be using from a third party place supply and stuff like that. So it's like a lot of people being intermediaries in between and nobody's really holding the bag. So you just deal with this person, they get it to you because again, when everything's functioning, you order something off Amazon and get the shit tomorrow.
And you good.
Right, yeah, and keep it moving. But we start talking about that supply chain being off. Now what we're gonna do? And here's the thing about it. One of the things, waiting with something that hasn't left yet is a common problem with a lot of businesses. And the last thing you will want to hear is it ain't came yet. And I told you. Y'all done had my car 3 damn weeks.
Right.
I've been waiting for this particular part. We paid y'all already. But people don't want to hear that.
Not at all.
That doesn't mean people don't understand it, but they damn sure don't want to hear it.
Right.
And those are kind of things I think we got to sit there and look at. And you try to actually figure out a way, how this stuff can get corrected. But you sitting there like, I don't know. Most of the problems you start dealing with a supply chain, you kind of at everybody's mercy. And you start looking like, okay, especially depending on how your business is set up.
Right.
There are a lot of businesses where, people, just like drop shipping or just being straight, middle people, man, it can be catastrophic to you. It can be catastrophic to you. So We start looking at it, the way I would adjust that. Best thing possible, probably have multiple vendors.
Mm.
You might have your main, and then you may have maybe one B or one C that you
Okay.
deal with a little bit more
Right.
to keep the relationship open.
Mm-hmm.
Because you start turn around. Because I will tell you this: if you turn around using one, and it's just this is a nugget for your business owners. If you have one main supplier that you deal with all the time, but you know there are other people doing it, if they know that main one had a shutdown or something went wrong, they're gonna spike their damn prices.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna spike their prices because they know it's based supply and demand.
That's right.
If they know you ain't got other option you had before, shit, if you come to me, I know you come to me because the other folks don't went out of business or something wrong over there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna raise my prices. But if we maintain a relationship, even though I'm not dealing with the volume of business, you know what I'm saying? I'm still coming to you every now and then, even though I'm not doing it mainly. They may be reluctant to doing it.
Right.
But if you turn around and just come because things done change, that's how it is.
Right.
It is what it is.
Right.
So kind of that's just a nugget, for your business owners. That make sure you keep some kind of relationships when we start talking about dealing with them vendors and stuff like that. That supply chain something else.
So what you mean, like, say you got vendor A, you order from them 3 times a week. You may want to order from vendor C and B. Maybe that last time in the month.
Correct.
Just throw them a bone.
Correct.
Once or twice. Depending on how many times you order from the regular person. Like if you order from them 6 times out of the year, or you might want to order from them 5 times out of the year, get B and C last couple times.
Or you can order from all of them the same amount, but the volume may be different.
Mm-hmm.
Like we order all y'all every week, but 70% may be going to A, and then you say that look, 15% going to this one and 15% going to the other one. That may be consistent with doing it. So however you want to do it, but the key is try to keep that relationship going.
I think the supply chain hurts small business owners more than and it hurts big box owners too. But I think it hurts the small business individual more than anything because their inventory is small. They don't have think about it. They don't have 100 stores in close proximity that they making switch stuff around to trade with each other. So if mom and pop only got the one store and the supply chain is behind. You know what I'm saying? So they may think about this. So let's I'm just gonna throw this out there. Even if mom and pop is the supply chain is bad, they may not have money to order from B and C because they haven't got the supply chain from A in order to get the money to pay for B and C. You get what I'm saying? Like
absolutely,
they don't have the money for that, so they can't order from B and C because supply chain from A hasn't got in for them to re-up. Get money in to maybe order from B and C. Some of them people may want money up front before they even can see the order.
I think. Well, I don't know if it'll be more impactful on a mom and pop. I think it's more you got a different kind of problem.
Mm-hmm.
Only because you may have a bigger company that may be able to hold the inventory over and stuff like that. But it's kind of like the poor man got problems and the rich man got problems.
Mm-hmm.
They both got problems.
Right.
They just at different kind of levels.
Right.
With doing it because again, like you said, the mom and pop, it can be they can't even open up.
Right.
But then the bigger business, like that may stop stuff, relationships and stuff that they got. Losing partnerships.
But I think that the bigger business has a more. I mean, because if mom and pop is selling ketchup and the bigger business is selling ketchup, and they both order from the maybe same. Let's just say, Poochie's ketchup.
Mm-hmm.
Poochie gonna send his ketchup to the bigger person because he getting more orders. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mom and pop only ordering 10 cases. The big one ordering 10,000 cases.
Yeah.
So you're gonna send your order to them first. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So mom and pop still gonna be in trouble.
Well, yeah. That's a good point. And you saying, and when do we see this? Probably most recently with the pandemic.
Uh-huh.
And you had all these people need PPE products,
mm-hmm.
and worldwide,
mm-hmm.
there weren't enough masks, there weren't enough gloves, there weren't enough gowns. So now you sitting there like a lot of people got sitting there just stuck
mm-hmm.
because they couldn't get access to it. And on the flip side of it is the people that actually had the PPE products did what? Spike the damn prices.
Right.
Yes, don't want to catch COVID. They got buy this $100 gown.
Yes, right. Yeah, buy these boxes N9 masks for $400.
Man, That's funny you say that. I mean, you just look at the price of those masks from when COVID first hit online to what they are now, man. It probably went down probably about 1,000%. As far as pricing and stuff like that. So that's a good point, Larry. But regardless, we like I said, we talking about first year business in 2023. You gotta have your solid supply chain, and also you need to make sure, like we talked before, being responsible. You got a relationship, another vendor set in place, and then, that's just that can be on a good day,
right?
Because you don't know who's going to change the prices. You don't know who's going to change the quality of their products. So you need to have relationships with several different suppliers. We start, and that being people that actually producing your product, manufacturing product, and delivering your product. That supply chain is very, very important. That was number 5. Number 6, super important. This is cybersecurity, cyber threats. Cybersecurity, cyber threats. Okay, here's the thing with that. Keep in mind, one virus can shut a whole system down. How many of y'all remember? Was it about 3-4 years ago? Somebody in damn did the virus on Fulton County.
Right. Yeah.
They had to hurry up pay that damn ransom.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
What they want? $250,000? What do they want?
I thought it was $1 million.
$1 million. I mean,
Crypto, though. They want $1 million Bitcoin.
Shut Fulton County down.
Yeah, they wanted cyber. They wanted like cryptocurrency. They didn't want cash.
What shit they could do?
Right.
What shit they could do? Cut the check.
Right. Right. And I think remember that when they was trying to do something else, like if I'm not mistaken, when they was trying to not pay them and do something else, like a way around it, it was shutting down other systems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you start talking about, I can look at my business. We have so much personal information with people. And that's one of the biggest selling points. Like I said, I put a lot of money into all this damn cyber shit we got. We're doing those security checkpoints and stuff. By us being in a virtual world, by us being in a situation where everybody has all the information on their computers, on their phones, and all these companies hold these massive databases and stuff, you got to be real about, look, do I got enough armor out there to protect my business, and most importantly, protect me in the process we're doing that? Because cyber threats are real. Cyber threats are real. And again, if you don't have everything tight, as tight as possible, because again, it's not my world, but if somebody really, really wants to break into your stuff and get it, they can do it. They can do it. And they probably do it a whole lot easier than walking in your damn real physical house. We're going there doing it. So those kind of things can really just mess a whole business up. Who's the shit? It was one of those Fortune 500 had a data breach recently, and people were talking about it and stuff. So you got to go through all that, the lawsuits and all that kind of stuff. And depending on what level you want, just think about it, man. If you had some kind of data breach and people have went into your system and actually done that kind of stuff, man, you might can't recover from that.
Yeah, they was talking about the power grid. How easy would it be to shut down the whole power grid for the country? Like they was like, how easy would that be? For somebody to get in the power grid and bigger grids, how easy would that be for somebody to shut it down from cyber, with cybersecurity? So it's a real threat if they talking about it and thinking about it.
But and plus, they're talking to think about nothing that is a new one that has already been threatened. Either.
Right. They already been tried one time.
Hey man.
That's where they test it, like they test drive to see how they get through the system.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I got my hand in the damn window.
They slam the window down on them. We know we can't go that way.
Hey, that's all. So again, make sure if you have proper security measures set up in place. If you got to hire an outside company, we're doing it to help set it up. And, a lot of that kind of stuff we talked about before being covered on the front end. So if you got everything taken care of on the front end, we talk about cybersecurity wise. If I got to pay you people a couple $1,000 because I do care personal information for people in there, gonna do that. Gonna do it because again, by not doing it, somebody bank information, somebody all their social security number get out there and stuff like that. Are you even financially prepared, to be able to protect yourself? Do you have insurance and all that stuff kind of place? Or do you have even enough to cover you, depending on, the scale of the damage, if information get leaked out or anything? Okay, that was number 6, cybersecurity. The 7th one is what we were talking about a little earlier in regards to some of the things as far as employees. And that's number 7 is damage to your reputation. Guys, again, talking about the 10 biggest threats to your business in 2023. 10 biggest threats to your business in 2023. That damaged reputation. Man, listen, one bad post can destroy everything you done worked for in years.
Yeah.
Everything.
One bad post, one bad review.
Man, I don't know, man. Sleepy post so much stuff. I don't know that one I seen today with these guys, man. They in the back of some restaurant picking up damn food off the floor. You know, just a video of some place with a roach or whatever. And here's the funky thing about that: I can post that a roach crawling on the thing, and I can say, okay, this is McDonald's on Old National.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't even that one.
Right.
Ain't even that one.
But because but you just because you don't think hire you.
Yeah, I can just post it and stuff like that. And people don't think. People just believe what the hell they see, not because of anything that they know to be true or whatever. They just go with it. And you got to be so proactive and forward thinking with stuff, because once bad information out there, bad information out there. You sit there like, man, you done all this stuff. Oh man, you can just get in like a physical altercation with somebody that they push you, you hit them back or whatever, or you did this, now you're beating on that. All kind of stuff can go on, And I'm not trying to condone stupid behavior, but I'm just saying that, listen, shit can get taken all kind of ways. Just people showing 15 to 30 seconds of a 5 to 10 minute incident.
Think about a while back, a few months ago, when they had that thing with the Sesame Street, and the Sesame Street characters wasn't saying hi to the black children. How viral that went. Right. One post, millions of views.
And I don't even know if they weren't doing it just because you showing that much footage.
But the chain reaction of it, then everybody starts saying, "Oh yeah, we've been there, and we before nobody was saying, but we've been there. They ain't say hi to my children. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But we talking about that one incident.
Absolutely, that's a great example.
Right.
That's a great example. And what can you do?
Right.
Now you're in damage control. You know that ain't how the hell it happened.
Right.
You know that. And, even just you see some of these police officer interactions. That can sit here and blow up a whole career of somebody doing wrong from police standpoint, or it can be somebody sitting there. What was the lady at the park a couple months where the police threw her down? Now, I already know what was happening there. But it probably was assisting with some rent money. APD done pulled up. Because, he like, man, I got to get back home to my wife.
Right.
He had that look. I know that look.
Right.
I got to get back home to my wife. She's like, why you there? Why you want to see my ID? Why you want to see my ID? He just argued like, man, get a man your ID so we can get up out this park. We got to get up out this park. We ain't got no business in here.
Right.
He never was combative. She arguing. He throwing her ass down, locking her up. You're hurting me. You're hurting me. Now, she posting that, the police done abused and everything like that. Now the real story got to come out. Now this dude probably got to explain to his wife. This lady got to explain to co-worker.
Right.
What y'all doing in the park that late at night. Around rent time.
Right. It's always something. Right?
Hey. You got to be careful, man. But, I wouldn't just advise anybody to be forward thinking. I look at my business and stuff like that. I've had people, hey, look, they don't get what they want. They want to say, well, hey, Majestic done did this or did. I know the game. I know the play.
Right.
People don't have a good interaction. They want to post this, that, and that. But that's the rules of the game you want to play by. You want to sit there, hey, your business where people can do that. They give you opportunity to make it right or something like that. But that's how it goes.
Right.
And you're like, no, that's not how this went.
And I always go straight to Yelp. I always go straight to the reviews to see what I'm talking
about. That's one of them things, man. It just and it comes with it, but definitely, that reputation. Be very, very careful there. Try to be as proactive as possible, and have people regularly check. Someone in your business regularly check the different platforms, being Google comments, Yelp, and things like that, just to see, because you might not even know some shit out there about you.
That's true.
Just really and truly. So just have somebody, at least once a month, go out and just check your stuff to see what's out there about it, okay? Again, we're talking about 10 biggest threats to your business in 2023. We're rolling into number 8. Number 8, this is something that I think most businesses have a problem with. That's the inability to reach your target audience. And what I mean by the inability to reach your target audience, a lot of time businesses spend so much damn time and money for, just posting and posting and posting. You see everybody. I'm the tax guy. I paint. We do electrical work. We do landscaping. And they'll post some beautiful shit. Now you know you got all these damn broke ass friends, and you putting these landscapes, these custom landscapes. This shit is beautiful. Waterfalls. They got the the whole little ambiance with the lights, the bricks and stuff. And you know your damn friends can afford it.
They would did already.
Exactly. Or hell, you would have offered to do it for them.
Right.
My point being, you're posting the people and advertising the folks that don't want your service.
Right.
Right. You sitting there want to charge, these delicious cakes and all that kind of stuff. You like, man, people don't want to pay. It's not that people don't want to pay. It's the people you advertise to. That ain't their pay grade.
Right.
There are some people that find value in what you do. And a lot of times people want to go the free route when we start talking about advertising and marketing their business. They don't want to put no damn money behind, run their ass, or putting the effort behind trying to find the right channel for them to advertise. And what happened is you get these people or customers that's, I don't want to say non-desirable, but they probably won't be the best niche for you for what you're trying to do.
Right.
So because the people that actually value your business, they have no problem or thinking about it. I remember when I was in graduate school, we started looking at Lamborghini, Bentley, Rolls Royce. They don't advertise.
No, they don't.
They don't advertise at all. But they charge premium on all their products. Again, like you know. And the people that want those products, they know where to find them at. When you have that niche set up and you have, okay, this is what we're doing, they'll know where to go. And you'll know exactly where they are so you can advertise to them.
Right.
So that's just something to think about what is a business. It's like you need to find that target in that forest of trees. You got to find that target to be able to laser in. This is who. That's how my customer look. That's how much they look. That's how they look. That's how much they get paid. This is their gender. This is their education level. This, that, and that. And again, it don't have to be nothing that you're dealing with folks that are high. I mean, Walmart is the biggest retailer in the damn world because they're dealing with people that they advertise being cheap.
Right.
So that's their penchant. So I'm not tripping if you want to get this $1 million customer. What I'm just saying in regards to not wasting time to find the right audience.
Right.
That's the thing about it. You got to put a little bit more effort into posting on Facebook and Instagram. You have to, guys. And even just the whole word of mouth advent, put a little change behind it. If you actually can grow off word of mouth and referrals and stuff like that, fantastic. But that's far and few between.
Some say you gotta know your audience, and sometimes it's hit and miss.
There you go.
Right.
There you go. And be able to put it out there to see, okay, that didn't work. We tried that. That didn't work. We tried that. So you got to, spend a little time and effort, and a little change too, to try to find and make that happen. That is one of the biggest threats, again, the inability to reach your target audience. Number 9, we're rolling up on it, y'all. Number 9, and this is a lot of folks, mental health issues at work. Coming again, the 10 big stress of your business in 2023. Mental health issues at work. Who's ready? Who's ready to deal with a whole shift to stress the hell out? You sitting there like, look, man, this is crunch time. This is Christmas. Y'all, look, we're going to have to work late. Y'all know how it is. We got to get these orders out. Ooh. I ain't paying me enough for this. They out there, cripple time. You try to get these orders out. They out there fighting. They out there, whatever, doing whatever.
Right.
I mean, they just sitting there, once you go talk to somebody and you just say, hey, man, what's going on, man? Look, I thought y'all going to be through. And they just break down crying and screaming and shit.
Right.
What the hell, man? I just asked you what was going on. Nobody appreciates
I ain't
me.
getting no money.
Yeah.
My kids,
it's just I don't even know why I'm working.
Right.
You're like, what the fuck? And here's the thing about it. It's kind of like when you see, like, a lot of times people have unfortunate incidents with the police that actually have mental health issues, is that most of us ain't really trained on how to deal with this shit.
Right.
And that's why I say sometimes people, you see a person like, man, the police officer pulled up and the guy, he's having an episode or something like that. Like, I get it, but that's a police officer. You get it. They don't know what the hell to damn do.
They don't know what's going on.
Same thing with a teacher. A kid just done went left. You might have 1 or 2 people in that school building that may be trained, but they might not be around. But this particular teacher, they don't know what the hell to do. Your kid just throwing deaths at every damn body.
That's
So
right.
they give your kid a right cross.
Right.
Like, yeah, I can't believe they did it. Shit.
I can.
A little bitty person can stab and kill you too now.
That's true.
Real talk.
Right.
And I just think that people, not necessarily prepare for that. That mental health stuff, both being stressed, lonely, bringing stuff from home, demands from the job, actual adjustment to job hack or business slow. Business slow, we ain't making that much money.
Mm-hmm.
You went from, working overtime, doing good, you done bought this car, now things done slowed up. Shit, you still gotta make your child support payment,
Right.
your car note and your mortgage, but your hours been cut in half. You stress the hell out.
That's true.
And you sitting there like, look, man, as an owner, you seeing your morale going all kind of places and stuff. What are you gonna do to mitigate that? What are you gonna do to change it? You
Right.
know? And you might turn around just like, only thing I gotta do is I gotta lay some people off.
Right.
Oh Lord, we don't want to see that shit.
That's even worse.
Exactly. So now you gotta sit here and think about it. So mental health issues at work is a huge thing. And again, that one of the biggest things I will is just say try to have some kind of, if you can, understanding training or whatever. But again, I think that lack of responsiveness and lack of training is probably the key components of that. With doing it, you can't discriminate on somebody if they have a situation or something going on, but you can make sure you're aware of it if you know it's possible before it happens. You about to say something?
No.
Okay. Going to number 10, guys. This is the last one. And that's pretty much having a lack of a succession plan. And what I mean by lack of a succession plan, I'm not necessarily talking about, the owner leaving something to their kids or their heirs. I'm talking about just really having, groomed leadership. Just having groomed leadership in regards to, you got an organization. You got some OGs been there 20 years and they didn't really do a good job of preparing the next generation upon retirement to come in and take over everything. And that's a big thing with a lot of businesses because especially right now we're going to look at this whole baby boomer era where a lot of folks are retiring and walking away.
Right.
And they got people 20, 30 years younger than them. They are very versed with today's technological advances.
Right.
But they're not versed with a lot of business lifestyle situations that they experienced OG.
Know how to deal
exactly.
With. Right.
And I think because people didn't do a good job, and you see this a lot with a lot of businesses, organizations, churches, and stuff like that. Places be so top heavy because they don't want to. They be reluctant to develop people. They come make it bite you in the tail.
Because nobody wants to think about retiring.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to think about that old age. So
exactly.
They're trying to hold on to it.
Okay.
And think about the politicians. Some of these politicians in office, like 80, 90 years old. Like,
yeah. But
I mean, the president, he's 80, ain't he? So, I mean, you think about that. That's succession.
Well, bring it home with us. What didn't happen where a lot of people just shit was happening. People you a business on a smaller scale, they asked catch COVID. Now you out for a couple of weeks. Shit, I don't know. Lab did that.
Right.
Oh, shit, Lab took.
You don't
you
know.
realize how much shit you did and damn, like how much one person impacted their organization so much. Like, well, how the hell was Lab doing that? Doing all? I don't want to know how to do that. It can be, man, so detrimental to your business. So again, that's why you as a business owner, you got to be able to somehow not that. Even if you don't feel like cool with delegating, be able to find some kind of way for people to transition, people to at least know what's going on. The person got to know and do everything you do, but the person got to at least know if you're not there. One thing about what we talk about even with accounting, typically when you file things in an accounting standpoint, it should be set in a certain place. So if another person comes in, they can just pick it up. Another person be holding up an auditor, banker. They ain't got nothing to do with your organization, but they should be set in a way that somebody else should be able to come in and hit the ground running. And that's if you got proper accountant, that's typically how it's supposed to be left. Yeah, you're supposed to be like, what the hell he doing this way? It's like a standard way.
Right.
So somebody else comes in and stuff like that. And that's typically how you want your business. Like it's just straight plug and play. Don't matter in everything. This is very evident. And you see like your fast food and franchise and stuff. Remember, the ownerships can change their places 5 times in a week.
That's true.
But the system's still the system, right? So it doesn't matter and stuff like that. Now, again, you start going to some of the leadership parts of that or those organizations. Then you might see like, damn, man, they're pretty top heavy. Ain't too many folks in transition. But that's very, very important. But again, sometimes we hear the word succession. We think typically like, parent the child or stuff like that. But when we start looking at developing people and just say you got from a family perspective or even from a organization perspective, having people that can come in. What's that slick guy?
She said the pandemic messed up a lot. The inflation of a lot of goods, the inflation of a lot of goods and services and places to live, Social Security, 401k retirement, the life you were planning disappeared.
Yeah, it disappeared and it changed. I just think that the thing of it is now you just got to find a way to
Pivot.
reinvent yourself, pivot and adjust. It is what it is.
Right.
But that's the thing about it. Shit, hey, I remember what that Chris Rock special. They just say everybody went through no recession.
Right.
It was people out here making bread doing certain things.
Yeah.
There was some things people just like, man, I can't believe this happened.
Everybody wasn't going broke through the pandemic either.
I was going through hell. The salon was closed. I'm still had to pay to keep that open. Then when they opened back up, the girls didn't want to come back.
Right.
Because they were like, shit, why we gonna come back to the shop? I ain't got to pay no rent doing it out of my house.
Right.
Bam. Then the tax business exploded because we were offering the virtual services, and we didn't have to close down. So I did great money wise.
Right.
Then my ex-wife wanted to just file for a divorce.
So everything changes.
I couldn't prepare for them.
Everything changes. Yeah. But think about this. Movie theaters was booming before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Then once the people discover that they can stream their stuff at home, movie theaters are struggling now. And I think eventually I get 3, 4, 5. I get 5 years. It won't be no more movie theaters. But think about how quickly these movies are coming out on cable now. Think about how quickly these movies are available on streaming services now.
Like before hit the damn theater.
Right. Like Wakanda's going to come out in on Disney in next week.
Man, I'm talking about before it hit the theater.
Before it hit the theater.
Yeah,
right?
Even to that point though, I think it'll be to the point where what's the concept now? The whole dinner date where you have your plate and food, something like that.
Right.
Like, what's your word? It'll be nostalgia. It'll be nostalgia, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, what they call that?
The dinner at the movies place concept.
You get a drink.
You see that,
I know what you're
something
about.
Like that.
Right.
But outside of that, now you right on with that.
Yeah.
What that Sleep was saying?
You're retired. You retired, but you gotta get a part-time job to make ends meet.
Yep. Put the stick on your shirt at Walmart. Have a nice day. Have a nice day.
Right.
Shit.
May I help you?
Yeah, there you go. That ain't clowning nobody, but it's just real talk, man.
Right.
We're getting over the 10 biggest threats to your business in 2023. Let me go back over them. That was a lot of information, man. The 10 biggest threats to your business in 2023. Let's go them in order. The first one being recession. And again, guys, you can check if you have come in on the tail end of this video. If you come in on the tail end of this video, the same video will be on Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. I'll have everything updated on the YouTube video with the list of all 10 of these also. Or if just missed some of the show so far, you can go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, check out the video, and you better see the whole thing with the list on it as well. The first one being recession, the second one being interest rate, the third one being a labor shortage. That's meaning shortage of labor and also a skilled workforce. The fourth one being able to adjust to change in market trends. The fifth one is supply chains. The sixth is cybersecurity and cybersecurity threats. The seventh is damage to your reputations. The eighth one is the inability to reach your target audience. The ninth one is mental health issues at work. And the 10th one is a lack of a succession plan. Mm-hmm. So again, those are 10 biggest threats to your business in 2023. I'm pretty sure, like I said, again, if you're in business, one or two of those at least have directly impacted you, or they definitely will before the year is out. So again, we bring those up to have a discussion about them and also kind of prepare to try to find ways to be able to adjust and combat those particular things that they do happen. Mm-hmm. With that said, guys, that was the information for tonight's show. So with that, I'm going to open up the floor. If anybody hasn't got any questions right now, feel free to ask your questions. Also, you can call in. The call-in number 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. So if you guys got any questions outside of what we talked about, feel free to shoot now. Anybody ask anything?
Give him a second. Give him a second. Gonna give him a second. The new year, everybody got to go back to work today. So go back to work this week. So we're a little sluggish. No questions over here.
If anything ran coming later, go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, find the video. Again, the 10 biggest threats of your business in 2023. And leave a question in the comment section of the video.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to do that. Leave a question in the comment section of the video. I promise you, if anybody knows me, I always go by and look in the comment section and ask the question from there. So, but listen, guys, I'm glad everybody made it here to 2023. I love you guys. Thanks for all the love and support 2022. I'm telling you, your boy gonna go real hard in 2023. Also, guys, I'm gonna be posting my Cash App.
Yeah, for that birthday.
Yeah. Shit, what is it? Is it Deonte Burden 1? Something like that. Dollars. I think it's $sign Deonte Burden.
Oh, $sign.
Yeah, $sign. That's the
put
cash.
That $sign in front of it.
Don't worry. I definitely will post it on all my social media platforms. You know, and all proceeds will go to the actual, you know, the events to make sure Deonte Burden had the joy of a birthday.
Right.
Appreciate that, Reek. Reek told me happy birthday. I appreciate that. You know, but again, guys, y'all take care of yourself. Love y'all. Be safe. Stay safe. Stay safe out there. There's a lot of shit going on right now and stuff like that. A lot of dangers and stuff. Be careful out there and stuff. Enjoy yourself. So make sure you get back another week and check out some more Change Lives and Mr. Short Dollar.
That's right.
All right. Love y'all guys. Take care. I'll talk with you soon.